Hi,
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Where are you calling me from?
I'm in the UK.
You are in the UK. What are you doing in that cold fish and chips country?
I got married here.
Oh, wow, you found a man.
Yeah, boo.
You fell in love.
Yeah, boo.
Oh, nice. How are you enjoying it in England?
It's not so good.
Oh, who are you married to? Who are you married to? You married to an African or an Englishman?
An Englishman.
Oh, you're married to an Englishman.
Yeah, boo. Yeah.
Wow. So how long have you been in the UK?
Since 2019, because we lived back in Swaziland for over 30. He lived in Swaziland for over 30 years, and we were married then. And
So
then he decided,
you left Swaziland, a hot country, to come to a country that is broke, that the food is bad. I can't believe, I honestly can't. You left Switzerland for the United Kingdom. Are you serious?
yeah. Sorry, it's not Switzerland, it's Swaziland.
Oh, sorry, Swaziland. Swaziland.
Yes. And
Yes,
I
yes.
see a comment there, someone saying I married for papers. It wasn't for papers. We're actually married and we stayed in Swaziland for 15 years.
Please don't,
And then because,
madam, ignore them.
yeah,
Ignore them. You are in love. That is the most important thing. It's just the way you said it. I just wanted to know who you were married to. It doesn't matter. Love is love. Africans will always say that all the time, especially when an African person marries an English person. They'll say, "Yeah, yeah, you're married for papers." Don't worry about that.
yeah.
Why don't you like England?
It's 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 cold. The weather is miserable.
Look, I remember my university days in America in the United Kingdom. Very, very
Yeah.
cold.
And two, there's no relations like it is in Africa. In Africa, you speak to anyone in the morning. You wake up, hey neighbor, how are you? There's nothing like that here.
Are you
It's,
serious?
I'm very serious.
You don't know your neighbor?
No, it's just hi. It's not talking like you'd go over a fence in Swaziland and talk to a neighbor. You jump in a bus, you're talking to somebody. You're in the shop, you're talking to somebody. It's not like that. It's very different.
I'm getting, let me just get this right. So you're telling me that when you wake up in the morning in England
Mhm.
and you have a neighbor, all you say is good morning and that is it. There's no further.
If I'll see that neighbor, there's no conversation, no.
What has brought that? That means the society is in a mess. What has brought that on?
Well, that's how they're brought up. They are reserved, kept to themselves.
So what happens if you are a sort of person who is not reserved and you have a bubbling personality and you talk to people, you say good morning and you want to interact with people that you meet on the street? What will happen?
I'm sure they'd ask you, like, do I know you, or is this woman crazy?
You are joking.
I think so. I think so.
Because the impression
Because
I have,
they really keep to themselves. I've been here just this past 4 years, and yeah, they're not that friendly. They'll grin at you. It's not a smile, and I really hate that.
what do you mean by green at you? A smile is a smile, isn't it?
No. It's there's a smile, and there's a time where you just show your teeth, like
Okay.
you're advertising toothpaste.
So when an
Then
Eng-
there's a smile.
so you're telling me that when an English person smiles at you, they're not really smiling at you.
Most cases now.
Oh wow. So why don't you go back home then?
Yeah. Um. uh, um. Yeah, I am in the process of thinking of going back home. I do visit home every year. Like I'll go for the last time I was there for 6 months. So I do go home.
Wow.
I'm spending my time between the two countries.
Well, you're lucky. At least you have the opportunity to spend time with two countries, in two countries. But I honestly can't believe what you are telling me that That the country is so does that mean that the cold weather affects people's personality? Maybe it's because the
I think
weather.
it does. It does. You really feel depressed when it's cold, when you can't do. It's only now that we're coming out, getting sun. From when I came, because I came back in February, coming from home, it's just been miserable, raining, cold. Couldn't go for walks. You couldn't do anything. So you're just sitting in the house, and it's all boring. And yeah,
So but there's rain. What's the difference between the rain in the UK and the rain in Africa? Because there's rain in Africa too.
but it's cold.
Put on the heater.
We're talking about
Put on the heater.
we're talking about 3 degrees.
Put on the heater.
Yeah, you can have the heater, but life is all about mixing with people, being
Yeah,
out there, seeing the sun,
yeah. So
which is the total different because they've got the cold season is longer than our warm weather.
don't you have a South African community? You must have a South African community that you can network and
Like I say, people keep to themselves. Where do we start looking for people?
So you're telling me that because of the way the British are, where they're reserved, that has affected black people too?
No, most black people here are here to work. So there is no time to actually socialize. So you find that people are doing two, three jobs. Like when I first came, because I came here as a married woman, excited that I'm coming here, I'll be meeting Swazis. And so when I called people up to come and see them, like Howard in Swaziland, they just said to me, "Oh, I'm busy. Maybe come in 3 months," because they've got their schedule for work for that much. They can only be off at so most Africans are just here to work, and there's no time.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
So, if all the work that they're doing, they don't have the opportunity to enjoy themselves socially.
hardly, hardly.
Okay, so I'm going to make an announcement to all African people abroad. If you haven't got a life, a social life, come back home. Come
Yeah,
back home. It is that simple. It
I
is one
think
of many reasons why. It is one of many reasons why we don't let our people leave my country.